If you're over 50 and struggling to find a job, this is the must-watch video that could change everything. We all know that job searching at our age, it comes with unique challenges, ageism, outdated skills, and a job market that often overlooks experience. That's why I put together the ultimate list, what I consider the ultimate list of job search tips tailored specifically for people like us. These aren't just generic tips, they're crucial strategies that can help you stand out, stay competitive, and land the job that you deserve. So don't miss out on these game-changing insights. Your next career move starts right here on Over 50 TV. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. Well, before I jump into the top 7 job search tips for people over 50, I want to personally invite you to something that I think is really exciting. It's called the Power of 50 Career Summit. Now, whether you're thinking about a career change or maybe you're looking to pick up some new skills or you could be curious about starting a side hustle, well, this event's for you. Now, it's happening on Saturday, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., and it's happening right here in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Now, if you can't make it in person, we're streaming the whole event. The whole thing's going to be streamed live on the Over 50 TV YouTube channel. If you're interested in getting all the latest updates, you want to know what's going on before the event, just check out the link in the description box. You can join our mailing list. So now let me dive into the top 7 job search tips for people over 50. And I'm going to start with tip number 1. Leverage your network. And I don't think I can give you this tip or say this tip too many times. Networking is one of the most effective ways to find a job. Now, studies show that 70 to 85% of jobs are found through networking rather than through traditional methods. And you can use, I recommend anyway, you use your extensive network of contacts to uncover job opportunities. We all have contacts. We've been in the working world for a long time. Use your network. You can reach out to former colleagues. You can reach out to people in the industry. Talk to friends. Let them know you're looking for a new position, and ask for referrals. Now, what I found, especially when I owned a company, I often preferred candidates who came recommended by somebody that they trust, making networking a crucial strategy, crucial part of your job search efforts. Do not discount networking. Highlight your most recent experience, and let's just take a pen and underline the word recent. You know, I used to think that telling someone, hey, I'll give you my 10 years worth of experience on my resume, I used to think that was important. But there was a recent study that contradicts that thought or that premise. While we do know it's important to showcase your depth of experience, this report, it's titled Midcareer Opportunity, Meeting the Needs of an Aging Workforce, and I'm going to put a link to it in the description box. It finds that employers often do not place much value. Sadly, they don't place much value on additional experience beyond the last 5 years. And some of you out there who watch this channel, who comment, won't be surprised by that, but I think there are many of you that will be. So what I'm going to suggest is focus on highlighting your most recent accomplishments and how they directly relate to the job that you're applying for. Emphasize the skills and the experience that you've developed in the last 5 years, as these most recent years are the most likely years to resonate with your potential employer. Take the initiative to update your skills. This is number 3 on our list. And some of you out there may be thinking, why should I take the initiative to update my skills? Isn't that the responsibility of the company that I'm working for? Most of you know that is a fallacy. Most of you know that's just not going to happen. And let me tell you this, a report from the U.S. Department of Labor Task Force on the Aging of the American Workforce found this. They found that workers between the ages of 25 and 34 receive an average of 37 training hours per year compared to just 9 hours. 9 hours for employees over the age of 55. Now, whether this, I'll call it a discrepancy. I'm going to be polite. I'll call it whether this discrepancy is due to older workers declining training or employers not offering it. The conclusion is clear. Older workers must take the initiative if they want to keep their skills current. So invest in updating your skills, particularly, I'm going to emphasize particularly in technology and industry-specific tools, maybe software, for example. And you can do that by seeking out online courses or getting some kind of certification or attending workshops that are relevant to your field. Tailor your resume. This is number 4 on our list, and I can just hear some of you out there saying right now, this dude's boring me. I know this. I don't need you to tell me, and this is your list? Well, let me say this. I know that 63% of recruiters favor a resume that's customized to the specific job requirements. However, I also know that studies show a surprising 54% of job applicants overlook, did you hear me? I said overlook this crucial step, and they miss an opportunity to make their resume resonate with potential hiring managers. I'm going to suggest this to all of you. Please customize your resume for each job application by focusing on the skills and the experiences that align with that job description. I'm also going to suggest that you use a current resume format. You can find some of those on a program that I love, I use all the time, and that program is called Canva. And I will put a link to Canva in the description box so you can check it out. But you'll find resume templates on Canva. Address ageism proactively. You walk into an interview, immediately the person who's going to be interviewing you, the hiring manager or the HR person, is going to look at you, and yeah, they're going to know that you're older. That's obvious. You can't hide it. You don't want to hide it. You don't need to hide it. But understand this. A recent report that's titled Mid-Career Opportunity, Meeting the Needs of an Aging Workforce. I mentioned this report earlier in this video. Well, it finds that hiring managers surveyed have strong negative stereotypes of 45-plus candidates. They clearly prefer, according to this report, candidates that are more comfortably aged between 30 and 44. The older are seen, people like me and people like you, people that are over 45 into our 50s, were seen as less able to adapt to tech, less readily willing to learn new skills, and we hear this all the time, don't we? And they also feel that we're less open to innovations. That's what they think. But what we also know in this study, and it also says that once we're hired, employers, the majority of employers are glad they hired us. They see that we are productive, that we don't fall into these negative stereotypes. So I'm going to ask you to be prepared to address any concerns about your age in a positive light. Now, certainly they're not going to look at you and say, well, you're older, I can't hire you. But know that there's a concern and talk about how you're adaptable, you're willing to learn, and how your experience can add value to that organization. Use LinkedIn effectively. And I thought about not putting this on the list because I think, most people know what they need to do, that they need to make sure that their LinkedIn profile is up to date. I know most of you know that, but I'm going to give you a couple things that you may not know. Some tips that I think will help you. You want to ensure, number one, of course, you want to ensure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date and it's optimized with relevant keywords. We know that. Most of us have heard that. But according to JobScan, 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn to source and vet job candidates. That's a huge percentage, huge number. Now, to increase your chances of being noticed, make sure that your profile highlights at least five or more relevant skills. LinkedIn reports that when you do that, when users with 5 or more skills that are listed on their profile, they're contacted up to 33 times more by recruiters, and they receive 17 times more profile views than those folks who have or list fewer skills. Now, I'm also going to mention something we know. You've got time if you're looking for a position, if you really want it. You've also got to engage actively with your network by sharing articles, commenting on posts, and joining industry groups to boost your visibility. Focus on the right employers. In other words, don't spend time, don't waste time calling, contacting, or focusing on the wrong employers. And let me tell you what I mean by that. First of all, let's just say this. In today's competitive job market, lots of times I say in today's hyper-competitive job market, which it is, especially for those of us out there who are over 50, finding that right employer for us, it's much more than just securing a paycheck. And yeah, you need the paycheck, you want it, you got to get paid, right? No, it's about the money, but it's also about aligning your experience and your values and your career aspirations with an organization, a company that genuinely appreciates you and is willing and wants to leverage your strengths and the strengths of a seasoned professional. So yeah, that's why you want to find a company that values those attributes. So target companies that are known for valuing diversity and inclusion. Well, there you go, my friends. I've just shared with you the top 7 job search tips for people over 50. I happen to think this is the ultimate list, especially since what I did with this list is I added some additional information to help you understand the job market. Have a great day, everybody.